Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Divinity Dragon Commander. Alright, so this game was released, well, today on August 6th, 2013. It looks very interesting in the fact that you get to control a dragon while also doing like real-time strategy stuff. And it looks pretty fun, and also looks like it has a very decent storyline. So I thought, why not pick this up and try it out? Okay, so for the sound options, I don't know, like I leave it pretty high. I don't know how it is, so we're gonna adjust it on the fly. Anywho, I think that's all it is. And that dragon has a jetpack. I just realized that, and it looks awesome. Okay, story of course. Yes, we'll stick with that. Not blue though. Purple, of course. Normal, sure. Ooh, okay. Saber dragon, most versatile of dragon kinds. The saber dragon is a vulnerable foe that combines might and mind to overcome his enemies. But his sword permanently increases the speed in which you fly by 40%. Really? Okay. Player disables sabotage. Disables the building. Advance all friendly unit around you receive their movement speed. Hunter allow construction of hunters in your war factories. Is that like so this is like more of a control type dragon, which doesn't sound very fun, honestly. Dragon type mountain dragon. Mountain dragon lead cutthroat lives among the frozen peaks of the north. It is raw power above all that they depend on in combat. Acid Blaze. Upon activation, your fireball becomes acid for 13 seconds. When hit an enemy, these acid attacks keep damaging it for an additional 3 seconds. That sounds fun. Blood Leech. When you damage an enemy, 30% of the damage can be done. Oh, that's really good. The dragon's passive health regeneration is improved by 100%. Warlock. Allow the construction of warlocks. Okay. Zephyr dragons. Okay, so there's only 3 types. Hopefully they'll add more. Proud and highly gifted Zephyr dragons try to avoid overly physical confrontations, but prefer instead to skillfully liquidate their enemies with magic. Purifying Flames. Upon activation, your restorative charge for 10 seconds. When colliding with a friendly unit, they restore 172 hit points. Unlike your standard fire attack, these charges do not overheat. So there's a healing ability. Ray of Power. You fire a beam at the friendly unit or allied dragon, which increases its damage by the beam lasts for if the distance between you and your benefaction became bigger than 20,000. Oh, okay. Friends with this is skill specifically made to protect their teammates, dragons, or units. A shield. Oh, this is like a defensive type. That's so boring. Alright, I'll take Mountain Dragon it is, even though he looks not as pretty as the other two. Oh well. Okay, let's start. When they said magic, I was hoping it would be for like meteors and all that stuff, but oh well. Start this. Larian Studio presents.
Thousands of years ago, Sigurd I built incredible engines of war.
Very loud.
With them, forged an empire. The emperor married and sired many children. He even had a love child with mysterious Aurora, an ancient dragon in a woman's guise. Once united, peace was declared in Rivellon, and bloodshed soon forgotten. But Sigurd's realm of peace was shattered when his own sons and daughters rose against him. War returned with a vengeance, and annihilation reached new heights. Desperate to safeguard Sigurd's legacy, the wizard Maxos sought the help of the one child that never betrayed his father, Sigurd and Aurora's son, the half-dragon prince. He would be the one to save the empire from ruin, and to aid him in his quest, Maxos delivered unto him the imperial command ship known as the Raven. This is the story of Maxos and the Dragon. This is the story of the Dragon Commander.
Awesome. Wow, that cutscene is so pixelated. By the way, it's very loud. I need to turn down the volume. The Rivulan Times. Sigurd, the first emperor of Rivulan, murdered. Sons and daughters go to war. Siblings vie for a throne. No quarters given. Decades of peace end on bloody battlegrounds. Undead proclaim war as punishment from the gods. War change with terrible contraption. Elves and lizards horrified. Imps delighted. Gold prices skyrocket. War's not all bad, said dwarves. Okay. So, newspaper, huh?
Welcome, noble dragon, to the Raven. This wonder of engineering. This miracle wrought in magic that has a living demon for a heart.
Ooh, okay.
Between the knowledge I shall pry from this infernal creature's cryptic mind and the avalanche of tomes, manuscripts, and blueprints aboard awaiting study, we will catch up with our enemies in no time and claim back the lands they have taken by force.
There's something wrong with your eyes, dude. They're sort of glowing. You might want to get that checked out.
Our task is monumental, but we will not have to face it alone. 2 famed generals are here already, loyal to the legacy we are trying to save, and therefore loyal to you, given time.
You know, that staff looks like it's very uncomfortable to hold because there's no, like, grip point. It's just, like, unevenness.
I have furthermore enlisted the service of Grumio, an imp of devilish cunning that can fashion anything my research will uproot. Already he has created you a wonder he calls a jet pack.
Ooh, fun.
Talk to these men, get your bearings, and begin your conquest. If you have any more questions, you can find me in the royal chamber, which I shall use as a study.
You gonna use my chambers as your study?
Good luck, dragon. May the divines be with you.
But it's my chambers. Click on a character to talk to him or her. Click on the strategy globe to access the strategy map. Find Maxos in the Loyal Chamber and Grumio in the Engineering Bay to research new unit types, unit upgrades, and dragon skills. Fun. Can I, is there a menu options? I need to change the audio settings. Speech is way too goddamn loud. Let's reduce it down to like 40-ish. Let's see how that works. Sound effects need to go down to 30. Ambient noise need to go to 20. That needs to go down to like 25. Alright, I think that's good enough. So, the bar, the engineering bay, have people I can talk to. Anyone in here? You? That's all?
Let me tell your right of the bat bastard that I hold you in very little regard. Your father may have been a great king once, but this last decade, a crowned pig would have played the part better.
Well, excuse me, but who are you?
He became a vainglorious fool, a sloth, and a coward. No wonder then that his own children could amass armies unperceived and strike at the heart of a kingdom in a matter of days.
Well?
He tried to run, but he failed, and they slew him where he stood. Now the realm has been shattered, and vultures are picking what they can from his corpse by means of new and terrifying war machines.
We have dragons.
I'd say all is lost, but Maxos insists you are to be the one, the hero who will take back the land we've lost. Excuse me if I laugh in derision. Ha 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 ha!
Well, joke's on you, because I don't know what derisions mean.
Still, you are a dragon, I'll give you that, and of ancient blood. Prove to me you have the rocks to do undaunted battle, and perhaps my respect may still be yours.
Well, do you have a good name?
Henry of the House of Lansford.
That's terrible
More
name.
you needn't know.
Tell me about your colleague, the other general.
Edmund, he's called. A lizard of the House of Carcarus. In truth, I'd rather sleep with Syphilis Incarnate than have him aboard. But there's no denying his talent. He's as arrogant as he is astute, and as ingenious as he is insufferable. Why don't you offer him a word of welcome? I know I won't.
Well, where can I find him then?
I believe he's in the bar. Probably searching for sherry. Just about the only drink that snooty serpent will swill.
You know I have a name.
Aye, and you have titles as well, but none of them king, as yet. I'll address you with the right regard the day you prove worthy of it.
Ah, bastard. Cards menu. There are many different types of cards. Play them on the countries to earn strategic advantages. Use others to increase your odds of winning battles through auto-resolve and or real-time combat. Interesting. I have no idea what any of these are. Oh, this is a much better view. Okay. Well, I will figure that out later. But now we will go to the bar. Ooh, you're looking quite snazzy.
And there we have it, I suppose. The dragon son of a monarch deposed. Rightful heir to the throne, even if he was born out of wedlock. No doubt that boar of a Henry has already introduced me in his ever-elegant way. So here I am. Lord Edmund Augustus III, Duke of Hawknest Hall. I'd add at your service, but I don't think we're quite there yet. To be perfectly honest, I'd normally entertain the idea of lending my expertise to your cause as curtly as I'd consider attending a dwarven opera. But not unlike my fellow general, it is Maxos's backing of this enterprise that has me intrigued. You have doubts, Benefit, Dragon. Let's see how far it takes you.
This Maxis guy must be quite something because everybody is listening to him. Alright, I sense a lot of distrust in you, Edmund.
When one dwells among the highest echelons of power, where ambition runs thicker than blood, distrust is your best friend, as is its brother, caution. In your case, though, the waters of misgiving run somewhat deeper. You are, after all, but a half-dragon.
Well, I can be half of something.
They call your kind Dragon Knights to lend an air of nobility to a lowly mixed breed. Not many
Dragon
make the
Knight.
distinction even, but the crucial difference is impurity. Human ancestry taints your being, for humanity and weakness are two sides of the same tuppence I drop in beggars' hats.
Okay.
A bastard twice are you, my lord. Bastard born and bastard bred.
What is your take on the war that has erupted?
Only that it was bound to happen. For when an emperor weakens, his empire weakens with him. Now a litter of dogs is fighting for the throne, so maybe their dragon half-brother can walk away with it.
Fine. You guys are so mean. What have I ever done to you? God.
Greetings, sire, sprung from kings. I am Grumio, son of Grumio, an imp of good and honest standing. Your technician, shall I be, if it pleases you. Your engineer and architect.
Well, you're much more well-mannered than those two.
I hope you'll like my jetpack. It is my gift to you, to keep without recompense, for gladly shall I remain aboard this wondrous ship to tinker and toy, hammer and hew.
Huh. Okay.
She is special, this vessel, filled with wonders undiscovered. The wizard, he feels it too. The taste, the tingle of mystery. Oh, to unlock its secrets.
How come you know so much about all this technology stuff?
Well, my lord, when your good father and Maxos first started to conquer the world with their fancy machines, we Emps were mesmerised. None of us cared if we were being drafted into a strange warlord's empire, for if those were the weapons he wielded, we were all ready to welcome him with open arms. By golly, were we ever. Steam-driven giants on land, on sea, even in air. Oh, the ecstasy! Such wonders, such ingenuity, and jeepers, what cannons! Ever since then, some 30 years hence, us imps have dedicated our existence to the advancement of these delightful machines. Now, before those blessed days arrived, people regarded us as eccentric gnomes taken to experimenting with flame, gas, and liquid like so many charlatan alchemists. But, ha, those days are over. We are scientists now, famed and fortuitous. And truth be told, though, we've never quite given up our love for all things combustible. Rather on the contrary. Not that you mind, do you, my lord?
Not really. Let's take a look at what you have.
It'll be my pleasure, my lord.
Well, let's see. New unit types and unit upgrades can be unlocked by spending research points. The more countries you occupy, the more research point you receive per turn. Some research items are grayed out. To unlock them, you need to research prerequisites first, or progress further in the story. Okay, how many research points do I have? 20? Dang. Well, let's unlock the basic stuff. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. Shipyard unit acquisition. Allow the construction of transport in your shipyard. These ships can carry ground troops across rivers. Shamans. Allow construction of shamans in your battle forge. These great at healing and repairing friendly units. That sounds brilliant. Okay. Unavailable. Oh, none of them is for shamans? Come on, that's lame. There's a video about them, really. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, are you not meant to exit that screen? Do I click on this? Yes, I do. Okay, let's see. I should just buy everything. Okay, I thought I bought that. Well, buy it again. Anti-air hunters. I don't know if I need to transport, but anti-air turret sounds super. I have 5 points left. Let's spend it on. Buy that trooper stuff. There you go. They move so weird. Okay. Anti-air turrets. Oh, that is so cool. This game looks fun. What warlocks? What they do? Oh, right, those. They shoot missiles. Okay. Shamans. Ah, wow! Look at that heal. Holy crap! Wait, did he just took control? He just took control of one of the units. Yeah, he did. Oh, that is cool. Hunters. AoE attacks, huh? Okay. Troopers. Fast attacks, I guess. Grenadiers. Also anti-air units. Okay, so Grenadiers and Warlocks are basically the same. Except Warlocks are amphibious. And they're weak against everything. That's cool. Okay, let's go to the Royal Chambers. Newspaper. Same thing? Yep. Book. Dragon skills. Oh, whoops. They use research points too, huh? Well, I guess that's the choice you have to make in this game, huh? You either have to spend it on dragons or spend it on units. Very interesting. Well,
Never hesitate to seek my counsel, Dragon Knight. Tirelessly I study and question, in the knowledge that my discoveries will make you the mightiest dragon ever to have soared the skies. We too shall unite dragons' daring with wizards' wisdom. Nothing shall stand in your way.
what is our true end goal again, Maxos?
In a few words, victory and destruction. First, we must vanquish all warring rivals for the throne. Then, we must undo the technology that enabled them to go to war in the first place. We will rekindle the Empire of Peace your father founded, and be rid of the apparatus that might threaten it once more.
Okay, tell me about War and Peace, Maxos. How did we get where we are now?
That is quite a tale, my friend, so bear with me. Since the dawn of time, beautiful Rivellon has been a stage of bitter rivalry, strife, and war. Haughty humans, all too lofty lizards, dogged dwarves, erratic elves, irrational imps, dogmatic undead, and yes, wayward wizards even, couldn't forego the time it takes for the moon to wax and wane without turning to fresh violence. Peace. The word itself hardly had a meaning. It was an abstract. Until after long and dark ages, 3 men decided they had had enough. I was one of them. The other 2 were your father Sigurd, and an eccentric inventor known only, even by us, as the Architect. We knew war would continue everlasting, unless one king would stand up, conquer all feuding factions, and unite the manifold battling races under the banner of a single world-spanning empire. Easier said than done was, I believe, our initial reaction. It was the Architect who provided us with the answer to the question how on earth we would go about enacting such an unparalleled enterprise. He said he had ways and means to provide your father, a battle-hardened warlord in his own right, with engines of war such as the world never saw. Technology. That was the solution. For if we could go to war with weapons so vastly superior as to be unstoppable, every opponent would have to yield before our onslaught. Where the Architect obtained his strange knowledge from, he never wished to reveal. But in truth, Sigurd and I cared little for his mysterious ways. For whatever the source, our plans worked like a charm, and in a matter of years, Rivellon was ours. Yes, we had done it. We had created our empire, and your father became its first and so far only ruler. For a few precious decades, peace had finally taken on a meaning. It was a bright flash, all too quickly extinguished along the tenebrous continuum of time. Long have I asked myself that question, yet the answer is as simple as it is obvious. Human nature. Love, jealousy, anger, grief. all of these emotions proved more fatal to the stability of peace than 100,000 war machines could. You see, Sigurd, the architect, and I remained close friends after our quest had come to completion. But then, one fateful day, a woman of unequaled beauty arrived at court. After but a glance, there wasn't a man's heart in the room, not aching for even her mildest attention or a most fleeting caress. Your father, though married, courted her, as did the architect. For myself, I'd admit I'd given up the very secrets of magic in return for her love, but I knew rivalry could only lead to misery. And so it did. For bitter rivals my two friends became, and when in the end Sigurd was the one to win her affections, the architect left the palace with such hatred in his eyes as to strike me as diabolical. A year their secret liaison lasted. 1 year your father and beautiful Aurora were happy together. Then suddenly she died, and it took me a long time to find out she did so at the hand of the architect. Sigurd never knew. He was destroyed by grief. The mighty warlord withered, and with him the soul of his empire flickered like a candle in the breeze, until his own children blew it out forever and hacked to pieces the land that was to have been his legacy.
Where's the architect now? The bastard killed my mother.
I promise I will tell you in due time. For now, I must keep silent. Please, don't press me any further on the subject.
What more can you tell me about Aurora?
Though I said I noticed from the beginning her beauty was of such perfection as to be supernatural, I soon discovered she was indeed more than human, and that the enchanting guise we saw her in was but a mask. Behind it lurked the dragon. Yes, she was one of the ancients, interested in the ways of the infinitely lesser creatures we nevertheless call civilized. She was intrigued by Sigurd, his war machines, and his empire. It led her to his castle, to a brief spell of passion, and ultimately, her downfall.
My father seems to be held in little regard by some aboard the Raven. Why is that?
No one in Rivellon, save for you, Sigurd, the architect, and I, know of Aurora and how her death affected your father. As far as most are concerned, he was a great hero who all too soon fell prey to indulgence, sloth, and alcohol, which lost him the affection of his children, and in time started the war. They are wrong, but truth will be revealed one day. Rest assured that when we finish our conquest and I can spend some leisure time in peace, I will write his history, and yours too. Everyone shall know the tragedy that befell him, and how his son, by the woman he loved, rose to save an empire.
Wait, that's a really bad thing to do. Don't do that. You're about to write a story to where the king cheated on his queen with a random woman who turns out to be a dragon, and they conceive a bastardized son, me, who is a half-dragon. That seems like a really bad idea to do. You know what? Just leave it be and just say that I somehow mysteriously hatched from an egg. People would likely to like that story better.
My privilege, Commander.
Well, I got nothing else to do, so let's go back to the bridge. Strategy map. During this strategy phase, build units and buildings, play cards, and conquer countries to expand your empire and its resources. Overthrow the enemy's capital to win, and don't forget to defend your own. When you're finished playing your turn, press End Turn button to proceed. Hold the left mouse button and move the mouse to navigate about the map. Use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. You can pick up a pawn by left-clicking on it and then dragging it to another location. Interesting. How do I use them? Those only. Okay, whatever. Let's see. How do I do anything? You didn't really explain that. Oh, right clicking. Okay. Play cards. Do you notice the undo button of the right corner? You can use it if you're not satisfied with the move. Okay. That's all I can do? What about buy units? Spend gold to buy new units. Earn more gold by capturing more countries.